As I am actively recording this, I have just gone to see Spider-Man Brand New Day in theaters last night, and I have a lot of feelings in my heart. And one of the big feelings that I have is that I want to go back to my Spider-Sona and just play a little bit, just see what happens. I don't really have huge expectations for this. This is gonna be a little bit of like a trip down memory lane. This is my sketchbook from my sophomore year of high school is about the time I filled this. Oh. It crunching, that's a good sign. Yeah, here is the last time I touched my Spider-Man Sona. This was, I mean, I'm giving a little something that I'm not giving anymore, which is non-binary tea, but this was like me looking back on really old designs. This was like what I came up with. This is really, I think, all I did with it. Designed a Spider-Sona for someone else I knew and did like this poster. Here's a Spider-Sona I designed for one of my other friends. These are even older drawings. I don't think that there's any in this one. Let's just take a moment to appreciate this sketchbook though. I put this sticker on it myself. I've always been really good at decorating them. And it's a notebook, not even a sketchbook. Man, I was real into unicorns, huh? Okay, I put these little blue tabs in this actually like forever ago. I don't know. You hear some of like really early Hayden drawings of my Spider-Sona that I made when I was like, I don't know how old I was here, like probably 12 or 13. This sketchbook, I am going to try, and yes, I'm on the halfway page, but we're gonna skip that. I'm going to start trying to think of just generally what I want. I kind of want to have this hanging out with us. If y'all would ever be curious in me going through some of my older sketchbooks in a video, I'd maybe do it. I know that 10 was one of the ones that didn't get a video. I don't know. Maybe some people would really want to see my older sketchbooks, but I don't really care. So I'm gonna sketch just what I already have here and then make some notes about what I want to change. Because I already feel, I mean, this is already a more feminine design than what I would want, but I do know that I like the hoodies and whatnot. I love the silhouette that a hoodie does provide. I think that I drew myself with the middle part. I know damn well I did not have one. I've started leaning into haircuts where I don't have to part my hair because either way I feel upset. It's so weird to draw myself how I used to draw myself because I haven't looked like this in a hot minute. Okay, whip some color on it. I'll honestly pause because that's not going to be that interesting. As I'm coloring this in, I'm kind of realizing that I do kind of like this design. It's not bad at all. I also want to maybe doodle human, or not human, but like civilian design too. I really remember liking the civilian design when I had made it, and I do think it's cute. And I feel like this was a cute representation of how I did dress. I feel like when I draw myself sometimes I'm like, how do I want to depict myself? Because it's hard sometimes to be like, okay, what vibe do I want to emit in a piece? I don't think I'm cool enough to like emit a really cool vibe, so I don't draw myself like super cool and sexy often, I don't think. I like that the hair looks like it almost changes. More of my side bang, honestly, which I guess is kind of a fun detail. Like I like things like that in the design where there's subtle differences between what one character represents versus another, and it's just the same person though. I'm just gonna draw a little worried face. Okay, I got it colored. I think I'm gonna start writing notes on things that I do like and I don't like. I will say with this design, this is a hard word. If I spell it right or wrong, silhouette. I really like the silhouette of it. I'm gonna just add a little heart so I know that I mean that in a positive way. I like that between these two that there's a change in vibrancy. I don't know, I read it as like it's more confident, it's more whatever. It's like stronger saturation and this one's more dull. I like that kind of change. I just also just generally like different vibes based on the two different designs. So I'm thinking, I have to think about like, okay, if I'm Spider-Man, if me myself is Spider-Man, what would it be like? So I'm already thinking that I'm gonna change the colors. Maybe we'll start with like a civilian design because I'm thinking civilian design is gonna be me, but like if I was Spider-Man, if I was living my Peter Parker life, you know? And I'm thinking, you know, it's like usually it's kind of high school. I mean, it's kind of now reached a new era where it's even past college, which I'm so sad that there's no college Spider-Man. I think I want the color palette to change because the colors that I choose to wear now aren't just green, and I think that it would be more interesting to have more than just one color in this design. So I'm thinking either I could do, I don't like this. It's fine. It's a sketch. It's just to get me somewhere. I could do like some blue, green, and brown because those are like the main colors I feel like I wear. So maybe for like a fit, I remember when I did this one, I was thinking it's very art student-y and I kind of want that vibe to remain. I think I'll do maybe like one of my flannels. I always have like the sleeves really hella rolled up because I have a weird thing with sleeves. I don't like them touching this part of my arm. It feels unnatural. I feel like hoodies and stuff, flannels particularly, I don't know, it's like something about them's wrong and I can't. And maybe I do some jorts, give me some chunky shoes. I kind of like the idea of chunky shoes in the final design too. I love the way clothes interact with the silhouette of Spider-Man just because it's like skin tight, so if you wear anything, it just emphasizes the contrast between like the big shapes and the skinny ones. I don't know. It's very good shape language. Okay, that's a Spider-Man. I made myself so tall. I just don't like that. I'd say that's good. So we can start trying to figure out maybe general color palette because I'm thinking I want brown in there and I want blue for sure. Blue is a color I wear a lot. I'm trying to look at a good blue though. I like these colors together. These look nice. Okay, I don't think I'm gonna go with something quite this saturated. Most of the times I've made a Spider-Sona, I haven't had like a huge story in mind behind it. I just kind of wanted to draw it, and that's kind of where I'm at right now. For the brown, could see it as like, because I want to have this accent of green in here. I don't know where to put that because I was thinking maybe I could start by just having some of the like plaid design on top be like this brown and the most scribbly. It's the planning phase. I don't know if I'm gonna make a finished drawing of this, but it's the planning phase. I got that plaid. I want brown. I don't know if I want to do, I guess if I could leave brown as the last one because it's so dark I could layer on top of these. So maybe I have like details, like my shorts, I don't know, a little design or something. Maybe a necklace, I don't know. I don't wear a whole lot of accessories. That's decent enough for like the start of a design. I could always tweak it as we maybe go into finalizing-ish the designs, because these are really crappy sketches that I'm doing. I'm gonna do like really small, simple doodles for trying to figure out the Spider-Man design, because this is already, like, this is the part that I'm the most stressed out about. I'm thinking if I'm gonna do a hoodie, I have to change the silhouette of it, because I wear really big baggy ones, so maybe it would be like, oh, but then I look like a little kid. I look like a little chud, but maybe I'll add some shorts. I'm sure that won't make it still look like a little kid. Whatever. Spider-Man in jorts. Most original idea ever, though. I feel like no matter what, though, whatever I do with this design, it's gonna feel like sort of basic or just familiar, because it's, I mean, for one, it's Spider-Man, and also there's so many. At this point, originality with Spider-Man is coming to an end. I did kind of like the shapes that I had in my original version, so maybe that could be something fun, and I play around with these shapes a little bit. I want to do like a couple different sketches, so I don't like just marry myself to one. At this stage, I keep my sketches just so incredibly simple. I could maybe try the flannel, see how that feels, especially because I always roll it up on the sleeve, so maybe that could be like a fun sort of vibe. I don't know. Okay, but then it's just the same silhouette as that, and it doesn't help that I'm bald, so it's like extra the same silhouette. Maybe no pants, but I keep the flannel. Also put in some design on the legs or something. They put Tom Holland in a crop top and Juicy Couture. They did that for me. I was sitting in the theater alone, by the way, and I was like, damn, I wish there was someone I could turn to and be like, God damn, look. Oh, I love Spider-Man sketches. These are so silly. Maybe the colors change a little bit in this design. Like maybe the accents of green are like, oh, it's hinting towards what I am, but and maybe it's the green on top instead this time. I do like the way that green looks with that brown a lot. I think that's pretty. I do kind of like how in the original black is a major part of the design, but I also don't think that's the best design wise, maybe. I don't know. I mean, Spider-Man usually tends to kind of just have two colors, so I could make it green and brown, but I kind of want it to be not like just neutral colors. I don't know. That's a fun idea. I feel like it's a little boring. Could add a little bit of the green. Remember what this looks like with the green. I'm gonna try the blue. Okay. It's like fine. I don't know. I like the idea-ish. It's just difficult. I'm gonna sketch out this one as well, see how I feel about it. But then I look like Dookie Spider-Man if I make the head brown. It looks like I have just like part of my leg showing if I wasn't white. How do I wanna do this? I feel like I'm slowly getting somewhere more with this one because I like how it leans more into the green. But I don't know. Okay, that's a sketch. I'm gonna do more little simple doodle sketches. So I liked that last one, but I kind of want to figure out maybe more of just the costume. So like just avoid adding clothes to it because I feel like that's confusing me as I go. So I'm sorry that all these poses are lame. I'm focusing on the design right now, so I'm really not thinking about poses. I like the fingerless sort of look, and I like the thought of maybe having something that goes in on the sides, kind of like a classic sort of Spider-Man look. Yep, that's a sketch. Okay, let me try. This one, it leaned a little bit more green, which I liked that. So maybe, I think if there's two colors that I want to have in here, it would be the green and the blue. I already like this a lot. Just makes me look like gay Spider-Man. And maybe in place of like black accents, I could do some brown ones for like the spiderweb details and whatnot. Pretend like all of these drawings are just so good and not just like little scuff. I think I liked it more with the fingers green, but other than that, I'm a big fan of this, especially because I can just use the brown as like a way to add the web detail. Pretend I'm trying really hard to sketch the same. Wow, this looks really good. I think that's an improvement. It looks like I have just stripes on, but I'm not gonna sketch the rest of that web design because I don't feel like it. Okay, I'm happy with this. Let's try and add some clothes, but what I'm actually gonna use, I feel like I never use these. I have these transparent sticky notes. I feel like I could just do a sketch with like some acrylic markers on top, and that could be my way to kind of play around with this. So maybe I just want to think about silhouette for right now with this part. I really like the original hoodie design, or like I guess not the original, but the one I did in my sophomore year. I really like that. So we could just keep that and doodle that in. Yeah, every time I see a Spider-Man movie, it's like a big issue. I got really emotional watching the movie, not because anything emotional was happening on my screen, but because I was just like so excited. I was like, oh, I love Spider-Man. I can't believe it's back. I'm so happy. When was like the last Spider-Verse, right? Was that the most like recent like fully big Spider-Man thing? Redefine some of the details that got lost when I did a little sketch on top. But that is solid for me. I do like it. I don't know. That's a thought. I think we could play around with that, and maybe I could add my big old sneakers. And then I can go like this to somewhat reveal. I can mess around with this in the later part. So maybe now, because I'm happy with this, I'm ready to do a big illustration. Not an illustration, but like more, maybe look up Spider-Man poses and draw me and my guy. Maybe I could move this whole thing down and then it could be like a little dress-up game. Oh. Okay, yeah. I'm just gonna loosely sketch this whole body in. Gotten pretty good at left-handed drawing. I'm not drawing with my left hand right now, obviously, because I don't feel like it, and that's okay. I will never be good, and that's not bad. I actually might move this just even further off to the side. I like that it's movable. That's a fun thing. It's like digital art. I do love it just floating ominously though. I feel like every time a new Spider-Man movie comes out, I update the Spider-Sona. I'm sure it will happen when I watch Spider-Verse, because that movie, I mean, it's the core of it. When I went to go see Spider-Verse as a kid, I saw it really late, but way before I had gone to see the movie, I had already created a Spider-Sona because it was already like a big enough issue online, and I was like, wait, I need to be him. I love Spider-Man. I think I knew maybe like a little bit of the Tom Holland Spider-Man by that point, but not Spider-Verse yet because I hadn't seen it. But Those movies, dude. I remember we went to see really late because my family, when we were younger, would always go to like this cheaper theater, which would not get the movies until a while after they would release. So like all the hype would die down and then you would be able to go see whatever fucking movie you wanted to watch there. You had to wait for it to reel in. And so I remember I had created my Spider-Sona and I figured I would like the movie. I didn't realize it would become the problem that it is. So we waited so long to see it and I had already had my Spider-Sona, but then I watched it and I was like, oh my god, this is gonna be my biggest problem ever. That's the only movie that I consistently, almost every time I cry when I watch it because of the leap of faith. See, I'm really dorky about it. It's my one thing. That scene is the best scene I've ever seen in a piece of film. I really like it. I'm also really not giving like my body type because I don't want to deal with it. I'm drawing myself as Spider-Man. Let's not get hung up on if this body is too T to be mine. I drew Spider-Man with my left hand last night, not in like a perverted way. So many times when I say that I drew something with my left hand, I'm like, this sounds like I'm a pervert, but I'm not. I'm not. It says it on the bill. I am not a pervert. I just draw with my left hand because my right hand hurts. And does it hurt right now? Yeah. When doesn't it though? Okay, this is looking a little janky over here just because of this action, and I wish it was gonna be more readable, lighter lines. I think I made the head too big too. It's not that serious. I'm kind of just trying to do a general sketch of what I think he'd look like-ish. I don't know. I kind of just want to loosely play around with sketching him out more and then use anything like from drawing these to be like, okay, I don't like the way that this looks, and figure out certain things before I do maybe a more final illustration. I don't know if I'm gonna do anything crazy, but definitely that head is too big, but you know what, that's fine. Okay, that's all the green. I mean, obviously that's all the green, but I need to add the blue. I don't know why I was like, and I'm done. I filled the exact spot I wasn't supposed to. Do we like that? I'm mad. I don't want to do it anymore. We'll just pretend over here like I know what I'm doing. Maybe it's like right over the knee. Would that be fun? I feel like as I add in more detail, the more I'm like, okay, this is good. Okay, I could just pretend like, because I decided maybe I'd do it on the knee. This was my intention the whole time. I'm thinking about Ned. That is the type of man I hope I marry. Oh, I love Ned. Okay, I was gonna leave the fingers green, so I might just do like some little web action here. I feel like maybe the fact that I did some Spider-Man doodles last night is helping me here. His poses are so like crazy, weird, and interesting that it takes getting all of the detail in for them to look, for the drawing to look okay. Okay, how do I even want his spider design to look? Because I didn't really think about it. Every time one of these movies comes out, I a certain part of my soul like reawakens for a moment and everything is okay. You know, the nice thing about his webs, could honestly maybe just keep them on just the green part. We'll see how I like the look of that. Okay, I'm pretty happy with this. When I sketch out spider webs, a lot of times I just kind of do black. Like, I would add more detail and make this better if this was the final illustration, but alas, it is not. Bring this over here. Civilian. I don't know if I was entirely happy with how civilian Spider-Man looked, so I'm kind of trying to think how I'd want to do this. I think I'm gonna leave this down here and probably cut this off later, but I do like the blue and the green. That makes me very happy. I like the evolution we have here in the design. I don't know if maybe it's a little too much blue. I'm gonna do like a really simple scuffed sketch again, and maybe it goes green, but maybe like one last stripe of blue, and then I could make the fingers blue. That's how do we feel about that? Yeah, I'll keep that in mind as I maybe do like one last illustration on this page. Okay, I got a pose sketched in, and I really like how this looks. I think that this looks really cool. I like forgot how much I love drawing poses that have like all this fun negative space in them, and there's so many good ones with Spider-Verse and all that jazz, and I just wanna get into it. As I color this, I'm gonna use markers instead, and maybe I'll change up a little bit of the tones we have. I might not try and do this perfectly and exactly. I really like the green that we have, so I want to find something similar. I think this might be our best bet. Yeah, this one's close, but it's like a little more pale than I want. That is almost perfect. Pretty spot on. So G140, this is my favorite part where I look for a marker for like 5 minutes. Ah, I found it. I have a hard time understanding like maybe my level in character design skills, because I like the designs of my characters and I like designing characters just in general, but I don't know how good I'd say I am at it, I guess. Like, I don't know where I'd be in the like relativity of if you're comparing me to, I don't know, other artists who do character design and whatnot. I feel like maybe I feel like I always get a good start and then I don't push myself maybe as much as I could, because I kind of go with what I like, which isn't a bad thing, especially because most of the time I'm just designing for fun or for myself. But I think if I were to fully make something out of my stuff, I'd really have to have thought about and considered all the little aspects. I think maybe these lines go like maybe right above and then right underneath the knee. You know, if Art Fight was still happening, which in oh, it's officially over. I was about to be like, in about an hour, it's officially done now. As I am recording it, it ended 15 minutes ago, which makes me kind of want to check it so then I can finally be like, okay, what are my final results? I wanted to make, and I still do, I want to make a stats of how my art fight went, and I probably have done that by the time I'm posting this, hopefully. I need to lower this so that the legs that are at the bottom fit in a bit better, so it kind of looks like about the halfway point of the body. I want this spider part to look more like aesthetically pleasing than I feel like it is. I actually might pause this as I finish cleaning up this sketch, because I don't think this part's gonna be that interesting. I figured out the colors that I'm using. I actually changed my mind on the green, because when I swatched it, it looked like this, and then I saw this color and I was like, that looks closer. So these are the 3 Ohuhus I'm using. I went to Michael's and I saw that they had Ohuhu markers for sale there. And or you could buy them like in single packs or buy just a single replacement one. And I was like, that's so crazy that they've reached that level. They used to be just an online purchase for so long. And I honestly wondered for a while, like, okay, when are they gonna get in stores? Because they're a big enough brand that they can get in stores now. So I'm gonna add the brown last. It's definitely dark enough that I don't have to worry about it all too much. I love Spider-Man designs. It's so fun. I really want to maybe make a video where I'm finally working on the superhero designs of my characters. If you are familiar with my content, you're probably a little bit familiar with my characters that I yab about endlessly on this channel. So yeah, I wanted this to be like a little green stripe here. I feel like for me, markers can either go really well or really poorly, but I do want to make a video of me designing my OCs, their superhero designs. And I was thinking a lot about how they could differ from each other, because I think the main representatives of the like superhero organization, government, whatever the fuck it is, could have really like classic superhero designs, like cape, like really classic silhouettes, and then characters that fit in less to that world, especially like Cash, could maybe have a really contrasting design from that makes them look like they really don't fit in. I also think in Miles' arc, after he gets powers, I think initially he's really stoked about it and like really loves being a superhero. I'm still thinking on if he gets to a point where he doesn't want to do it, or if I don't know. I think he definitely sees the flaws in the organization, but he likes the actual act of like heroism. So it's an interesting thing for him to be a part of it and have like these mixed feelings towards it. But I think maybe when he's still maybe more sold into the whole idea of superheroism, maybe his design leans more into classic superhero design standards as he's like initially taking it all in and is like just loves it. But Cash, I think his design immediately does not align with the other superheroes. I've even considered maybe just being like, he doesn't have a superhero suit and he just fights in regular schmegular clothing, and then it's like, you guys need to pay me back. And he's like, no, this was an original Affliction shirt, you need to give me He lies. He's like, no, guys, on a mission today, I broke an Affliction shirt, and due to insurance policies, you are legally obligated to fix it. And they're like, do you have proof of owning an Affliction shirt? And he's like, I don't think I fucking need that. I think you should just listen to what I'm asking you to do. Oh, I love him. He hates that superhero agency so much. I think like the entire time he's stuck working for them, he is actively like trying to just be as big of a nuisance as possible. That plotline in Disney Channel where someone wants to break up with a character, so they just act like a douchebag. That's him, but they refuse to break up with him. He just keeps trying to be as annoying as fucking possible, and they're like, stop. He's like, you have to replace my Affliction tee. I need one. I haven't really thought about if I was gonna leave his lenses green like I did in my sketches. It would maybe be fun to design Spider-Sonas for my OCs, but honestly I want to make an effort to maybe do studies of superhero designs and then get into actually like designing their superhero designs. Before I design them as Spider-Man, I think I should figure out their actual superhero designs. Okay, let's also check the bleed through. Yeah, the bleed through, it goes onto the other page, but it never, well, apparently this was the exception, but it almost never like fully bleeds through, so I don't put anything underneath. It's very nice paper. It's Strathmore Mixed Media 400 series, or if you want to just use that paper, it's very nice for markers specifically. I'd say watercolor doesn't work quite as well, but I can definitely make it work. It's just not, it warps a little, well, the warping isn't so bad. This was my watercolor with it, and you can see there is some warping, like it has a little bit, but it's not super bad. I just like that with the Spider-Man design, it's kind of a very simple base to work from, and then you can kind of just tweak little things about it and it feels original and fun. Now it's time to add the brown. I need to sketch out the line art of this and probably pause so I can just stick my bald head like right up in there. Okay. I don't love how this looks, but it's fine. I don't love it. I wish, oh god, it actually makes me upset kind of, but I don't, it's fine. I'm gonna make this maybe my more sketchy line art style just because I feel like it suits the vibes of the comics more. Sort of thicker lines. I also wanted to add seams in this because I love the way the seams look when they're drawn in the clothes, and you get to see that this is like an actual suit they're wearing. That's something I really liked, which this is a really dumb thing to really like in the movie, but I loved how the suit looked, I guess, just in general, how the fabric would scrunch in certain places. I mean, everybody knows, I guess not everybody knows, but a lot of people know that my favorite thing to draw is clothes. Like, clothes are my favorite part of any sort of drawing experience. I just notice the way clothing folds wrinkle and I go, ooh, that's nice. I think I'm going to leave the spider webs maybe just on the green part, and partially I think that's me being lazy, but also I kind of just, it's mostly me being lazy. I was gonna try and find another reason. It's mostly just me being lazy. I don't want to draw more spider webs, and I think it looks good with or without them on the whole suit, so it don't matter too seriously. Seams. I love drawing seams with clothing. Out loud, just going seams because I'm having fun. Me and my coworker, we were doing some art with the kids because I work with kids, and she was drawing these eyes, and I went, I know exactly what eyes you're drawing. Let me show you what she did. This, I'm gonna do my really, I think you already know. She drew an eye like that, and I went, I know exactly where you got that from. And we ended up looking it up. It's the artist, I think, like Fun to Draw was like the title of her videos. We both bonded over how that was like, we watched the crap out of that. I watched those so much when I was a kid. I don't know like what it was. Everybody was like just so into it. It still is true today. Kids are really into like cute, like simple object with like cute face. Like it's just an easy it's an easy win. I'm liking this a lot now that I've added more of I forgot to color this in down here, but I like this a lot more now that I've added in all the line art. It's starting to really come together as I add it in here. I love Spider-Man. I get so happy when I watch the movie. I was just so cheesed. I don't even care if people end up hating it or they think it's too whatever. I liked it and I had a good time. I'm gonna add more of these sketchy lines as action points. I just like adding these sometimes because it gives more of this, like, I don't know, kind of this motion to it. I don't know. I really like it. I might, in my own time, add more detail to human design, or maybe I'll draw it again and add some other cool stuff. But I am going to add some fun color to the background. Wait, I'm not done. Where did I just put my pen? Oh my god. Where? Oh. We found it. It's okay. Where else was I gonna add seams? Was I gonna add them on the arms here? Because I work with kids, I feel like every day when I'm not actively in the classroom with them and I'm talking, I'm like, god damn, my throat and my voice is just shot from all this. Okay, I picked out like a light yellowy green color, so I think I'll use this as just my general filling in. I kind of like keeping this part really loose, especially because when I think of Spider-Man and art, I think of like Miles Morales sketchbooks, and I think keeping it in that vibe would be fun. My mom came in to show me a notebook I had when I was 12, and I was like, that's great. I need you to leave. That's great. I really don't want to keep that, just so you know. You can throw it away, but I need you to go. Okay, I am going to add now the brown. I don't know how my family manages to be as loud as they are sometimes. Not like, I don't really tend to film when they're all home because they're just so loud, and the loudest family member isn't home. That's why I'm filming. But I heard shit like slam downstairs, and I'm like, I just told you I was filming, and you're like, I know it would be good ambiance. Ow! Checking out the bleed through. It doesn't bleed really onto the next page other than this one, but this one also like feathered out really crazy, so I think it was more so the marker than it really was the sketchbook. This is just such a good, simple way to make the page look cool too. Just adding in this pattern. It's just so fun. I've gotten really into the like background elements of my sketchbook pages that kind of make things pop out. Like this is the finished illustration of the video, right? So I want it to be what stands out on the page compared to these. Bada bing, bada boom. Okay, I'm gonna add like some extra sketchy lines, and then I think we can call this a page. 2 pages. I filled 2 spreads. I'm gonna add just a fun little... Ow! Okay. That is it for this video. I hope you liked coming along with me as I revisited this character concept. I didn't really do a whole lot of like character work and thinking of how this character would interact with the world around it or whatever, and how it would be very me specific, but love Spider-Man. I loved the movie. Go see it. You probably already have. I'm just enjoying myself and having a good time with this. If you liked coming along with me filling this spread and this one too, then I hope you enjoyed just this character process, and I hope you return to your Spider-Sona or you do something fun with it. I am just your humble Spider-Man enjoyer, and am I noticing a bunch of little things that are bothering me that I need to clean up as I'm doing this outro? Yes. So I hope you have a good rest of your breakfast, lunch, and or dinner, as I love to say. I don't know how I think I said that like as a stupid thing on accident once, and then I was like, that's the perfect outro that I think I should use every time. So I hope you have a good rest of your breakfast, lunch, and or dinner, and enjoy it. Just go love Spider-Man as much as I love Spider-Man. Okay, bye-bye.